It's like 34 degrees outside. So I'm gonna be dramatic about it. Bella. That's my breath. That's ice. Let's look at it. Okay, maybe I was being dramatic. It's frost, not ice, but it's frost. It's cool, yeah. I think I've proven it's cold. So I thought we'd do a little Potager update today because lots of things are happening. And now that it's cold, they're gonna stop happening. What's the sun doing that for? My tomatoes started producing. Now they're gonna stop, so. Let's have a look, okay. Actually, it's been like 4 hours. I waited till it warmed up. I just didn't want to walk around in the cold. I didn't want to do it. So I'm happy it's here though. I'm happy that it's colder now. I'm sad about my tomatoes, but man, I got some good ones too. Ones that I haven't had yet, like ever. But anyway, it's fine. Okay, we're here. We'll see. I don't see a lot of damage. Maybe we'll be fine. We did get down to 32 today, officially. Maybe for like a few minutes, but officially 32. All right, well, let's have a look. All right, coming inside. There's Graham Thomas. Hello. All right, so my shadow's probably going to be a problem because I waited till 1 o'clock to come out here. As you can see, this corner, all of my farmer's market blend, most of it sprouted. I mean, it's pretty good, doing pretty good. Of course, we have the Durapa Noventina broccoli, red giant mustard greens. Those are doing great. Paris Island romaine is doing fantastic. They are so big now. Very pleased, very pleased. The Oregon sugar pod 2 peas are growing nice up the trellis. And I have some peas, so that's great. The Oregon sugar pod 2 is 68 days, so this was planted 9/17. So I guess we're right about there. It's already producing. The snowbird pea here is 58 days, and I have a bunch of pods. I've been picking pods off of this for at least a week now, so that's fantastic. They're so pretty. And then down here, the bull's blood beets that I planted, 10/29, so it's been a couple weeks. They seem to be doing okay. All right, lemongrass doing great. I had moved this eggplant over here a couple weeks ago when I made my basil bucket. This is my eggplant bucket, and I do have flowers, but I think now that we're gonna be so cold, it's not gonna do anything. Oregano's still going crazy. Lemon balm has new life with the cooler weather. That's fun. Sun King broccoli doing great, getting bigger, but it's hard. I'm out here so much, it's hard to notice the actual size that it's getting. I'll have to look back at some footage when I actually planted it, because to me they look the same, but they're probably a lot bigger than I think. And then I've got some peas back here. I need to redo the sign because I can no longer see it. Amaranth, I did cut the head off before we had a storm the other day, and I still need to harvest the seeds. It's sitting in a bowl. Need to do that. Habaneros, I think I'm going to take out. These habaneros, I've got a lot of fruit, but I don't know if it's going to ripen with these cooler temperatures. I think they need that heat, but we'll see. Ooh, my Cuban oregano is cold sensitive. So sensitive. This is burnt and limp. Well, I didn't know it would do that. Ooh, I don't know if you can see. Let me get out of the light. It has black spots all over it, and it was not like that yesterday. Okay, so this I may need to take cuttings of. Great. My ají cachucha, I've got a few more peppers. I picked most of them the other day, but these are new because they're purple. They'll be red when they're mature. That basil's coming out there. These peppers, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out. It's too cold now. Got the Crimson King basil that has some new dark color. I don't know if that's because of the cold or what. Coleus. Turns out Coleus is less sensitive than that freaking Cuban oregano over there that's all burnt. These are fine. And this nasturtium is loving its life. That's probably the biggest nasturtium I've ever had. Probably because the weather's cooled off. Love that. My gourds. Yeah, loofah gourds are doing fine. I see a little bit of scorch on the upper leaves at the top. Yeah, they're a little curled. Leaves are a little bit curled, but they're fine. And the gourds, I'll show you better from the other side. Those gourds are getting amazing. Amazing and huge. So I'll show you those in a minute. I never got an Ace 55 tomato, and I don't think I'm gonna. I just don't think I'm gonna. It's starting to flower again, but it's too late now. I am still getting asparagus, cuteness. Strawberries are doing amazing. My onions are doing so much better. The color has come back. So I think what I did worked with the chicken manure and the fish fertilizer, fish emulsion. I think that fixed it because the foliage looks so much better. Look at my peas. My green arrow peas, those are doing amazing. And those have only been in the ground, what, 2 weeks? That's insane. Love that. This is another nasturtium doing great because of the weather. This little plant here is my white egg turnip, doing really well. My radish I just planted maybe a week ago, and they're doing amazing. So that's pretty cool. I think I did these last Sunday. French breakfast and the icicle short top. And then my Bloomsdale spinach is doing great. I see a mole has been coming through the bed. That's a mole tunnel. But the spinach did take. Look at that. It's growing. It's doing great. It's probably loving this cool weather too. My Waltham 29 broccoli that I planted, what, maybe a month ago? It's doing great. Marigolds are still hanging in there. More Waltham 29. And then I have some Romanesco here. These are doing great, except for this one back here. It's been puny for about a week now, and it really looks like it's just not gonna make it. I don't know if it's something in the soil. Oh, the roots are gone. I just pulled it right out of the ground. Okay, so it had no roots. That sucks. This amaranth is doing really well. It's not as big as that other one, but I mean, it's doing pretty good, I think. And I need to save seed. Almost all of my strawberry gomphrena, almost all my seed is on the ground. So let's have a look at this quarterview cabbage. I'm probably gonna have to take the cover off so you can see. That was a lot of work to get those off of there. But look how big those cabbages are. Like, this is my hand. They're huge. They're huge. That's my quarterview cabbages. They're huge. So hopefully they are making a little head in there. That'd be cool. Okay. So, but all the cabbages, they're looking good. Some of them are getting eaten up a little bit, or some of them a lot of it. Like, that one's getting eaten up pretty good. Could be, oh, there it is. Look, freaking army worms. It's army worms. All right, so I'll inspect all my cabbages. I promise. I will. I promise. Okay. My moringa. Look at my moringa. They're like little trees. I mean, they are little trees. They're not like little trees. They are little trees. That's amazing. So proud of those. My beans are doing great. Blue Lake bush beans, they're putting out. I haven't harvested any yet because they were still kind of small. But it's been a couple days, so let's have a look. Look at all those beans. Oh, I love that. These are big, beautiful plants. And those are big, beautiful beans. I don't think they're ready to harvest yet. They're still kind of skinny. Pick one. Look at that green bean. And then this is cauliflower. 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 Back there, cauliflower. Okay, also under the row cover is my dinosaur kale. Doing amazing. Jalapenos are doing good. Roselle, I think this one's about done. I think I've got a couple of fruits that I can harvest. The rest of them, they aren't gonna do anything. No, it's not gonna happen. So my tomatoes are getting very tall on this tower here. And I have an ox heart tomato. So the self-care fertilization did work. That's an ox heart tomato and it's beautiful, very healthy. I just don't know. Oh, it's so cold. It's still cold. I don't know if it can stand this coming weather. And I don't know if that's because of the weather, if that's something else. Over here is my orange accordion. I don't see anything. Oh, well, I see flowers. Oh, pink Berkeley tie-dye. I don't see anything, but they hide. There could be something there. I'll have to inspect it better later. And then my sugar snap peas. They are climbing up into the grapes. Like they are up into the grapes. But got lots of pea pods. It's another good sized pod there. That's probably ready. Anyway, down here is the blue bantam pea. They're flowering nicely. Lots of flowers. And I saw a pea oh, okay, here we go. So it is making peas. This is the blue bantam. Oh, there's some. There's a couple. So blue bantam is an 80-day pea. I planted them, oh, September 4th. I didn't realize I planted them that long ago. Okay. My kale has bounced back from the caterpillar attack. And then this roselle is still putting out some pods, but since the change in weather, the cold front came Friday. So this weather is kind of new. So it just came Friday, and I don't know if they'll continue to blossom or if they'll continue to ripen, if they'll just stand still. I don't know. We'll see. Cilantro's doing great. It was bolting, but I think it'll quit bolting now that we're cold. My bok choy bolted big time, and I'm just leaving it for the pollinators. Got my mustard here. This mustard was part of a sweet mescaline mix, and the mustard is actually pretty good, and it's probably going to be even better after this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip off all of these eaten leaves, and I may either check for worms or spray it with the Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew, because in a few days, after a few days of this cold, those will be pretty sweet. Same with my purple sprouting broccoli. Something is eating it up. Oh, this coleus did get a scorch on it. Look at that. Yeah, that's some damage from the 32 degrees this morning. Compost, a lot of zinnia. I was deadheading zinnias the other day. This is Progress number 9P. That's kind of everywhere. And I need to do some weeding. I think it's actually affecting my peas. It's affecting, the weeds are out competing them. Anyway, Progress number 9. There's some peas. And then this is Easy Peasy. I've been eating these actually. Been eating them when they're flat like this, and then I've eaten a few that actually have the full-size peas in them. They're delicious. They're so good. My fennel is doing amazeballs. Look at that fennel. The bulbs are beautiful. The foliage is beautiful and tasty. I've actually been eating the foliage. It's like sweet. I don't like black licorice, but for some reason this is sweet, and even though it's licoricey, I like it. So I'm gonna eat that right now. I haven't harvested any bulbs yet. I'm hoping they'll get bigger now that the weather's changed and it's cooler. Maybe they'll start bulbing some more. And then I have a bunch of nonsense here. Yeah, these are full of water. These are things that I grew in my office and still haven't planted out. Red salad bowl lettuce and Georgia collards. They're pretty much ruined. These are definitely mush. This was, what was this? Old-fashioned mustard. Ruined. This was green calabrese sprouting broccoli. That was a bunch of them. I let them rot. That's how I do things. And there's my baby potatoes from my potato harvest. I was going to replant them and never did, and then they've been sitting in water, so they're probably rotten. I'm the worst, I'm telling you. And then, oh, roots grew into the ground. Okay, that's more quarter-view cabbage. My last few quarter-view and quarter-view. Okay, well, the bugs haven't touched them. That's crazy, no cabbage worms. But I need to get those in the ground. Merlot lettuce is doing great. I've already harvested some. Might harvest some more. This is my ginger. I'm just leaving it. I've seen a lot of people harvest their ginger. I'm just gonna leave mine for now. Ooh, this coleus got burnt too. Yeah, that coleus got burnt by the cold. So I may take some cuttings of that. I do like that color as well. Marigolds are fine. Sweet potatoes got burnt. That sweet potato foliage got burnt. Probably need to harvest my sweet potatoes, but first I need to clean out this area. Blue butterfly pea has so many bean pods on it. but I don't need all these bean pods. I have plenty of seed from last year. I have like maybe a pound or two of seed. Like I have so much seed that I collected last year. And it's still blooming. I don't know if it'll continue after this week. There's a fresh one. Oh, so I don't see any damage on the plant. Such a pretty color. Walk around the outside and then we'll do a tour on the inside, in the middle stuff. Chinese noodle beans are about done. I have one or two that are salvageable. These other ones started to look like earthworms. Like, I'm telling you, that looks like an earthworm and I don't want to eat that. I'm not gonna, but I'll let it go to seed for sure. Zinnia's looking amazing. I am gonna save some seed from these ones here because they look like a coneflower. They really, I'll probably save that there. These ones get a really tall cone on them. It's beautiful. Can I tell you that this cantaloupe produced a little baby just in time for winter. So that's awesome. Thanks a lot, cantaloupe. Tomatoes, berries, crazy cherries got blooms that probably, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's cold now. I don't know if that's scorch. I don't know what that is. Anyway, this is Isis candy. I thought I saw some blooms. I don't see them now. Pineapple tomato here. I don't see any flowers on that. Oh, San Marzano's over here. Sorry. San Marzano's next to Berry's Crazy Cherry. And I do see some flowers. And then this is one of the ones from earlier this spring that bounced back. I think this is a beefsteak, but no time. Now, Super Sweet 100. I should probably get more seeds because this is the one that I grew from seed this spring that kind of hung in there for me all year. So Super Sweet 100 hybrid. We'll go ahead and do more of that for sure. So loofah here. And I've got a bunch more over here. Look at these bad boys. Are you kidding me? Oh, and it's heavy. So 2, 3, another big one, 4, 5, and then that one on the other side makes 6. And then this is 7. So I have 7 big ones. And then this is a little one I was gonna cook. I was gonna go ahead and cook that. This tick seed needs to come out. I was gonna save seed, but honestly, I don't think I need to. I think those babies are gonna come up in the spring and I'll just move them around where I want them. Got straw flowers hanging in there. Grapes are pretty much done. These yellow pear tomato, gosh, they're doing so good. I will harvest those today. Some aren't ready yet, but I've got some I can harvest. Coming on around. This is more of that sugar snap pea from the other side. I need to stake it. So all that is the sugar snap peas. See, dead bull gourd vine. Bull gourd. And, oh man, this is my biggest bull gourd. So it looks like I'm only getting 2 this year, which is fine. I'll start early next year. This was from a summer seed haul, so I got these late anyway. Yep. Okay. So that I'm going to put carrots in one of these days. Now, it's full of water right now, but that's going to be carrots. This, I picked all of my Improved Meyer lemons. They are beautiful, and I'm sure they're tasty. They're in the fridge right now. My bay laurel has got a one of those cardinal climbing vines all over it. My blood orange has been thoroughly eaten up by the giant swallowtail caterpillar, which is fine. I had some very large babies, poop babies. And then I saw a chrysalis, and now it's gone. I don't know if it got eaten. Oh, there was a chrysalis there. Anyway, it's gone now. This is my basil bucket. It's doing great. Some of them are gonna bloom soon. So they are healthy. They're fine. And then this is my lime, my Persian lime. I've already picked off all the limes, I think. Yeah, all the limes are picked. And then here, where I had my squash towers, is just full of zinnias. Just full of zinnias, and it's so beautiful. This is a moonflower, and usually I get 1 or 2 a week. There's a pod that got fertilized. That'll make seeds in there. I have a few things growing over here. I have sugar daddy pea, I'm guessing this is a, yeah, there you go. Sugar snap pea. Now I did have a white Kilimanjaro marigold, but it's, oh, yeah, it looks like cucumber beetle. Anyway, it's done, but I am gonna save seed. I probably need to put a baggie on that. Over here is my sugar magnolia tendril pea, which is doing very well. I haven't seen any flowers yet because the flowers are burgundy. Anyway, hopefully I get some flowers soon. And can I tell you, just the other day, I noticed that I had indigo rose tomato right there. You see that? There we go, indigo rose. So I was real sad when I saw it because I'm like, oh crap, it's gonna get cold soon. But there it is. It's a beautiful plant. It's not very tall, but it's very thick and healthy. More zinnias, of course. And then over here, I have a pretty good sized tomato. This is the Wapasinachin peach. And I don't see any flowers, but there could be a full-size tomato hiding for all I know. These things sneak up on me. There's some flowers. There's some flowers, but I don't see any tomatoes yet. Oh, and I had a sunflower. I planted this seed in August. Look at that. Got a ding-dang sunflower, and everything's gonna be noisy now, so. Anyway, over here, got some figs. Beautiful. Forgot which ones these are. Got some burn on the cardinal basil. And the flies like it. I've seen so many crazy pollinators. I've seen little flies and little tiny bees and big flies and miniature flies, all kinds of stuff pollinating everything. It's very cool. Brussels sprouts, this is the catskill, doing great. That little amaranth, it only got a few inches tall, but it sure did make a little flower spike, red spike. This is my very first peppermint stick zinnia. Look at that. Now this one's yellow and red. It's not the red and white, but that is adorbs. That is so pretty. Love that. Here's some Swiss chard. This is the celebration that I planted. Oh gosh, it's been at least a month ago, I think. But it's doing good. Overall, it's looking good. And then more catskill Brussels sprouts at the back. So I'm getting a nice flush of roses right now. My unnamed yellow rose is looking gorgeous. Gorgeous. Not pretty. And then this is Gilded Sun. This flush is pretty much over, but it was beautiful. It really was. My garlic chives that I transplanted and the basil, they're both doing very well. This milkweed is just beautiful, and the little seed things are beautiful. The monarchs have been all over it, but I haven't seen any babies yet, so I'm on the lookout for babies. There's Stanley and the Cuban buttercup. This is the white mandevilla, still doing really good. Love, love, love this mandevilla. This is another Gerber daisy, and I want to tell you, it's gonna put up a bloom. So there, that's gonna be a Gerber daisy. I still haven't put anything in my hypertufa pots. My orange rose is gonna bloom soon. Agave still doing good. I brought out a succulent. It was in my office growing crazy, so I just threw it out here. And I love when the water just sits like that. That water's pretty. Anyway, it seems to have taken the cold just fine. And then I have a blue salvia. I did bring out some of my crocosmia, the Montbretia, and I planted that here. Of course, this Durant is doing fine, but it is cold sensitive. As soon as we get real cold or get too cold for too long, this will burn back. The mums are blooming. They're not burned anymore because it's cold now. That's nice. I still have my zinnias in the middle. They're beautiful. Love them. And then my Romanesco broccoli is actually doing really great. So all this here is the Romanesco. And then I have that native plant that I forgot the name of. Totally forgot. The Swiss chard is doing okay, but I think it's getting eaten up. So there's Brenda's baby. Seems to be doing just fine. And then I've got more Waltham 29. I feel like these are doing better in part shade than those ones over there that get more sun. So this bed over here, I think I may take out those zinnias and prep this bed and get it filled with some lettuces and some collards. And I may transplant this one or at least leave it. Just this one, because this is my strawberry shortcake one. It just reminds me of strawberry shortcakes and it's so pretty. I think that's everything. And I'm pretty sure I missed something. Had to have. That went too quick. Okay. Maybe there's just not as much to talk about because I've ripped a lot of things out over the last few weeks. Okay, well, there was plenty for me to work on today, so you may see me wearing this exact same thing in another video. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna go get my stuff and I'm gonna get a little bit of work done out here. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the noise. Okay, bye.